and welcome to a tutorial on After Effects, and today we're going to be doing a Superman jump. Going to take some footage, going to have some our hero, he's going to be taking off and he's going to be landing again. So what I'm going to start, just going to take my footage and drag it in my timeline in order to create a new project file. Oh, we're blowing in here. Let's fit that on our screen right now. And so what we've got our subject, our hero. He's just going to come in. He is going to pretend that he's going to take off, and he does a very good job of just taking off like that. Except the problem is that gravity wins, and he just then he comes back down. And so then over here he pretends that he's landing and then walks off the screen. Now this is also really important. Without moving the camera, I also need to have blank footage because I'm going to be animating him up the screen and down the screen again, and I need this blank footage in order to put him behind. And it's really important that the camera doesn't move. So to ensure the camera doesn't move, even by pushing the stop and start button, the record button on the camera, I just leave it rolling. Okay, so let's start. I'm going to have my footage where our hero, he is going to come along here and he's taking off, and I'm just going to use the page down and I'm just going to get him right about here. I think I don't want to have it where he slows down, like up higher where he's just like kind of slowing down. I want to have him, because it looks more natural, if there can be such a thing, where he's going to be where he's taking off and like he's at full throttle taking off. So oh yeah, let's do those like way later. Okay, remind me tomorrow. Let's go to so I'm going to rename this footage here. I'm going to go control click and go rename, and this is my walking in footage. Now I'm going to use this footage, but I need to chop it up right now. What I'm going to do is I can either just use this footage of him just moving, just walking in. I can also hit Alt square bracket, and that kind of chops that off right there. The other thing I want to do is I want to duplicate this because I also need to have him animating up. So I'm just going to go either Control D or Command D, and I've got a second layer here, and we're going to rename that flying up. All right. The trouble is that this is still moving. I want to freeze this, so right click or control click and go time freeze frame. And so this guy right here is frozen in time. So like what we've got right now is that we've got him coming along here, our hero or Superman, he's coming along, and then whoop, and then he's frozen. Okay. So what we need to do now, we need to chop him out. We need to isolate him from the background, because when I animate him up, the background can't go with him. The background has to stay down here and he has to animate up. So we use that with the pen tool. The pen tool, if I just kind of draw and isolate an area, what that'll do is that will crop him out of the background so I can animate him up. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm gonna go in with my scrolly wheel here and using the space bar to navigate around. And for the sake of the tutorial, I'm going to just try and do this as quickly as I can. Okay, it does help if you know how to use the pen tool already. Some people might just want to go click, 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 and just do a bunch of straight lines in order to do it. But I am clicking and dragging in order to make these nice little curvies, or vectors, or curves if you want to call them. And you know, I can make it look a little bit easy, some people say, but it's like, well, 12 years of practice, designing logos, doing graphic design, working in Illustrator every day actually. Whoops, scrolly wheel got on my magic mouse here on the on my Mac here. So let's, enough of the chit chat. Let's just scroll. Let's just do this as fast as we can. That's a little blurry. You don't want to get into the brick too much. In fact, I don't want to have any brick because I don't want it to look like the background is animating up. I just want our Superman to animate up. Okay, so let's just keep going, and I'm gonna just try and do this as quickly as I can. All right. If there's people out there who are cringing by my pen tool technique here, I'm really sorry. I'm just trying to hurry. Okay, and then ooh, there we go. And all right, interesting. When you're trying to do it with a blur, you just got to be a little artistic. We can add a blur to our feather, but that's different. A blur to our mask, but that's not today. We're not going to do that. Okay, so now that I have gone all the way around, once I complete this join, it's going to isolate our hero away from the background. Okay, so what we've got now is that we've got our hero, and then he goes up. Okay, let's animate this up into the sky and see how we did. Let's go to our transform and position. What we want to do is we want to have a point A and point B. Point A, he's at this point in space. Point B, he's up in the sky. And what we do is I'm going to go to my first frame, and those things are overlapping a little bit, and we'll fix that up. Don't worry about that. So that's our first frame here. What I want to do is I want to tell the computer that I want to animate the position of our Superman. So I click on this stopwatch, and that tells the computer that I want to animate the position. And it creates this first keyframe right here. So right now at this point in time, the coordinates of this guy is at 640 by 360 in our picture. Later on in time, and I'm not sure if that's quick or slow right now, I'm going to, at that point in my timeline, I'm going to have him up in the sky. This is my point B. So now my position coordinates are like still 640, but negative 279. So, and the computer will animate in between these 2 points. So now he goes there, and then he goes up. Now we do have a bit of overlap there. That's unfortunate. Let's just zoom in and fix that a little bit. All right. There we go. And then, so I just need to have that one frame over. Okay. So now it goes up, and then not bad. I'm going to quicken that up a little bit. It's not going to play in real time right now. Not bad. Not bad. It could be better, but good for now. Okay, so now we've got our hero. He's here, and then he zooms up. He flies up. I'll click off of that so we can see that. But we have no background, and this is where our blank background comes into play. Let's go grab some blank background. And I don't think I grabbed enough. Now let's drag this down here, and this is our footage all over again. But here's our blank footage over here, and we want to get rid of his shadow too. So I want to end this here. I'm going to go Alt and square bracket, and that chops that off right there. Now I didn't shoot enough. I'm bad. So let's just freeze this. I'm going to Control click or right click and just go freeze this frame. So I've got this background is now frozen, and now I have as much background footage as I want. So now so what we've got is that we've got our blank background, and then our hero, and then when you put the two together, it's our blank. He's cropped out, but we've got this in the exact same spot. This is why we don't want to ever move the camera, because this footage here, the background footage, lines up perfectly with when he's walking in. Okay, so we play that, and my Mac's a little slow, sorry, and then he's gonna go up. Okay, perfect, beauty. Let's make him land. So let's bring our footage down yet again. And we want to have the part where he walks off. So there we go. And let's find a good spot where, so he's there. Let's back up to where, probably about like there. Okay, nice and blurry. Whoa. Wrong key. Okay, let's do that one. So I'm going to bring my footage back in like this. I could either do that right up and do it right on the right point, or I can go Alt square bracket. And let's duplicate this layer again by going Control D or Command D. And so this is going to be my, I'm going to rename it. Rename, and this is walk away. And this guy right here is our fly down, or landing, or fly down. Fly down, fly down. And this, I'm not even going to bother naming it. That's my background blank footage. So this, I got to do this exactly same thing. I'm going to right click on this footage here. I'm going to go time, and I'm going to freeze this here because this is the layer that I want to animate down. And I'm going to line that up right about there. So I've got, this is just frozen footage. And then all of a sudden he comes down and then walks away. Okay. But I got to animate this down now. So, and of course I have to crop him out again. So let's go and we're going to crop him out again. So let's zoom in a little bit there. And I'm going to try and do this as quick as I can. Okay. But sometimes I just can't help myself. I still got to do a semi good job at least. All right. So let's just go there and keep on cropping. Well, look at that. The hand is over top of the pant leg. How lucky is that? Because I don't have to crop out his hand. Like, it might have looked okay, but like frankly, we're in a hurry right now, and I don't want to crop out 5 fingers. All right. And then we go along, and then now I realize it's kind of blurry. It's where you kind of have to make it up as you go along a little bit. But make sure that you don't have any of the background selected. Okay. Oh yeah, I got lucky on the first hand, but I didn't get lucky on the second hand. Okay, well, I'm just, for the sake of this, I'm just gonna, no, I can't, I still gotta do. I'm not gonna give the guy mittens. I'm gonna actually, okay. So of course, now when I join this, the background is going to disappear, but you see I've got the background, the blank background in behind it. So it will be here, but it'll look a little different. I'm going to join this. Oh yeah, so it looked a little bit different. So let's go fit my screen in. And so this guy right here is isolated from the background. Like he's actually like this. And then he goes down. Let's animate him down. So it's like the first one, except we do it backwards. Let's line this up a little bit better. Let's zoom in on our timeline. Zoom in on our timeline. And we're going to go, I want to just overlap it by 1 frame. And so on this guy right here, we're going to, again, we're going to animate the position, but this is where I want it to wind up. So I'm working backwards because it just makes more sense because I want him to end up here. So earlier on in time, and I have no idea if this is fast or slow because I'm so zoomed in, I've told the computer that I want to animate the position by clicking this, the stopwatch. I've done that already. I don't have to do it again because once I move the hero, it automatically adds the second keyframe. And so now, and so we come down, and not bad. Hey, that looked pretty good. Okay, so so these are all our layers. Let's zoom back, and I think that we kind of did it. This is the basics of it. We've got here. Oh, let's just have him walk. We're gonna trim this off here. Okay, I'm gonna bring in this is called my work area bar. I'm gonna bring that in where he starts. He flies away, he lands, and then he walks away. All right, and we're going to end that right there. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to trim my composition to this work area bar here. So I just right click or control click, trim composition to work area, and boom, just like that. It's our movie is just this long. Let's play it in real time. If I play it right now, and I've just been scrubbing through it. If I play it right now, it's kind of slow. It's not 30 frames a second. It's actually going in like 18 frames a second because the computer's just chewing through it. If I want to play this in real time, what I got to do is do a RAM preview, and that's this button right here. What the computer does is saves down a temporary file, and it'll just play it back for you in real time. And you'll see that this thing, it'll build a green line here, and once it's done the green line, then it'll play back in real time. So I hit the RAM preview, it's building this green line, okay? And then hopefully we'll see it. You'll see, yeah, it's got sound now. It wouldn't have sound otherwise. It won't have sound over here probably because everything's frozen. Yeah, up he goes, up he goes. And nice smooth landing, coming in for a landing. Not bad. I think I would speed that up. But that's the idea. You get the idea. Okay, so good luck with that. In the next couple of tutorials, I'm going to show you just how to enhance this. We'll add some like rockets on his feet, and then he'll like crack the ground when he comes down or something like that. Okay, good luck.